bring in our guests. Let's welcome him in. For this hour, we have former head prosecutor Bob Bianchi. Bob, what do you make of that, this idea that it's too long? I disagreed when we were discussing it off camera. I feel like she's done a great job. She's toned herself down from that initial day where maybe her adrenaline was going or whatever. She was very, very sarcastic, etc. She's toned herself down. She seems to have a nice outline of the things she wants to go through. And as a prosecutor, you can't just shortcut it because you're afraid of losing the jury, or can you?
Wowsy, guys. Okay, the age-old question. I could say this. My last murder case as a prosecutor, I had the witness on the stand the defendant on the stand for 3.5 days. And I think that what we have to look at is that one size does not fit all. First off, let me just say that I am really impressed with her manner of questioning now on that letter, because she doesn't care what his answer is, as obtusely odd that it is. It's nicking his credibility left and right. She is now in command. She's in control. She doesn't care what he says. She just wants to get it out before the jury. So she's doing a good job with this piece of evidence. But as far as how long it takes, there is no one answer. But you have to be intuitive. You have to look at the jury. Are they engaged? Are they watching you? Are they animated? Are they on the edge of their seats, or are they laying back? Do they look exhausted? This is where the human element, you don't need to be smart to be a great trial lawyer. You have to be intuitive as to how the ultimate people that are making the decision, the jury, are feeling about the way you're going about what you're doing. Do they think you're beating the witness up or not? So the answer to the question is, did I want to go 3.5 days with the last defendant I cross-examined? I didn't, but he wasn't giving me the answers. He was wrestling with me. It was made for TV, outbursts going on. The jurors were animated. But at a certain point in time, guys, we all know that you got to find a way out on a high note. And sometimes you may have to take some zip off that fastball, let go of some things where you want to go, because in fact, it does have enter the point of diminishing returns. Very stylistic, very nuanced, guys.
And I love the description of intuitive, because it is. And I have to tell you, if I were on the jury, I wouldn't be able to help myself but looking at Monica a lot, because she hasn't been expressive in the way of me thinking she's remorseful that her husband died, but rather that frown that she puts on when he says certain things. And then his demeanor, Bob, when he's sitting in his witness chair. These are things I think the jury has got to be paying attention to.
Judge, listen, you have to have your head on a swivel when you're in that courtroom as a lawyer, right? And what I found, to your point, I'm really surprised that her expressions, she clearly at some point is nodding her head or moving her head in a way that would indicate that she's not agreeing with some of the things he's saying. But how do you interpret that, or how does a jury interpret that? And why is the lawyer not basically saying, stop doing this, or whatever you're trying to express is not helping you? Sometimes a client can't help it. They're reacting, they're being emotive about it. But you have to be very careful of what's going on inside that courtroom, because we all know that communication many times is far greater in the expression, in the nuance, in the mannerisms than it is even in the words. And that is why courts say we don't want to conduct hearings by Zoom, and we don't want to conduct hearings on video. We want the witnesses to be in the courtroom, and that's why many appellate courts defer to the judgment of the judges and the juries, because they literally got to see, taste, smell, touch the witnesses they were testifying, and those communications are far greater than the words we can get from a video. So great point. Who knows how the jury's taking it? I just don't know.
Still with us, defense attorney, former head prosecutor Bob Bianchi. Bob, weigh in. Give us your final thoughts as we're approaching the top of the hour about this trial.
This is a good old-fashioned hammering. I love it. I love watching it. It's skillful, and we asked the question before. In my opinion, I'm not looking at that jury, but I'm betting they're loving it too. They're animated. He's the gift that keeps on giving, and she is literally destroying, beating him up. The defense right now may not be showing it on their face, the defense lawyers, but excuse the expression, they're going to want to go out for a martini and a Xanax after this.
And she keeps beating on the drum. You said that earlier, and she does.
She absolutely does. And at the end of the day, I thought they had to take this gamble, Bob, but now that it's been taken and he has been beaten on, and I think his credibility's shot, I think the entire thing is shot. 10 seconds, that's all I got.
Yeah, listen, it was a dangerous move. I don't think that the prosecution had a great case to begin with, and this witness may have solidified it for the prosecution.
All right, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.